The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the red hot chili peppers there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time being 28 minutes past 4 o'clock. Keyzie, before you get into your little chat there...
No, I'm not doing it now. You can call it a little chat there.
I just want to know how your wheeze are.
Why is that?
Good, because they were very yellow yesterday. How are they going?
They were very yellow. Pungent
That's
as
still
well.
pretty yellow.
Oh, they're still pretty yellow.
Yeah,
Have you been drinking your water, man?
A lot of water, man.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You got to drink your water, man.
I will.
Yeah, dude, drink water, man.
Okay. Hey, what are your guys' neighbours like? Are they nice? Are they friendly?
Yes.
Yours are friendly? They're pretty good?
Well, of course, Phil was my neighbour, and he's in an old person's home, so I don't really have a neighbour anymore.
You've got those other neighbours that are really friendly who make love with the curtains open.
Yeah, that's so good. Old Hoodie J getting an eyeful there.
Do they ever hit you up about making excessive noise? Have you ever had that?
Well, yes, when I've been love making and I've had the curtains open and the windows open.
Yeah, when I do, because you know about my love making at home. But there's not so much of a complaint. The only complaint is that we don't do it 7 days a week.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Funnily enough, just on that, my wife and I were going to bed last night, had the window open, I heard the neighbour shout out, "Oh, bugger, not tonight."
Right.
Yeah.
But
So-
apart from that, not really.
Yeah, well, so, and like, this is during the day. This has happened to me today. It was a beautiful day, so I was outside in the backyard there.
Oh, yeah. What were you wearing?
I was, like my bum pants and stuff.
Your
Just
bum
my
pants.
home clothes, you know.
Yeah, your Daisy Jukes.
I quite clearly said bum pants. But no, I was in the backyard and I was hammering away there.
Yeah.
And over the fence, a guy I've never even seen before, in fact, I'm pretty sure he just moved into that house, was like, "Hey, can you keep it down? You're hammering away pretty loud there, mate." And he didn't even say, "Oh, gidday, I'm Steve," over the fence.
Is that his name, Steve?
No, it wasn't his name. I just made that up.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve just popped into my head there. And I just, at first I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, bro." And then I was like, "Hang on, it's like, I think it was 11 a.m.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday. You know, it's perfectly acceptable to be hammering away in the backyard there and not have a noise complaint. You know what I mean? And I've never even met the guy. I didn't even introduce himself.
Go on, Mogi. Say it.
Was it Steve Hansen?
Yeah, it was Steve Hansen. Yeah, he was like,
Did you see his name was Steve?
yeah, he was like,
Yeah, yeah.
"G'day, mate."
That's out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a very similar situation, actually, Keyzie, when I was chopping wood.
Right.
Out the back. And, when I say chopping wood, because they were big, round sort of spheres of wood, Mogi.
Yeah.
Spheres.
What I was doing is I was having to get like
Rounds.
what would you call it? Like a wedge,
Yes.
a metal wedge, and then
Yes.
wedge the...
Hitting the wedge with
a hammer.
Yeah.
And then whacking it. And my neighbour went absolutely ballistic after me doing that for about half an hour.
And what
Yeah, I mean,
time was
I
it,
often find myself pounding away in the backyard and the neighbours may or may not like it, but it's my yard.
Well, exactly.
Totally.
I get it. Maybe if I was renting or something, but like, no, this is actually my yard. And if I want to be hammering away in the backyard
Yeah.
in the middle of the day on a nice day, then I will.
That's the only time, quite honestly, that I've ever had anyone have an issue with me hammering away in the backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how would you deal with that situation? Because to be honest, I just kept on hammering away.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I think you did the right thing.
Yeah,
there,
same, man. 11
Yeah.
o'clock, that's totally fine to be hammering away.
I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things, though, you don't want to start a riff with your neighbours because I don't know if your wife's going to be happy that you've been hammering away.
No, she prefers it. She prefers that I'm hammering away when she's not home, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not even... She actually called me.
No, she didn't. All right, no, she didn't.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
You two there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Thursday evening.
You give yourself away.
Yeah.
And you give and you give and you give yourself away.
I had a shocking situation last night, fellas, and I want to talk to you about it. You know I love my wife, eh?
Whose
Well,
wife?
sometimes
my wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't seem
my
that way.
wife.
You know, and I
On the balance of things, I think you do.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, I guess there's been times where I have been less than complimentary of her cooking.
Thank you.
Last night, however, was a divorce scenario. It was such an atrocity that I felt I actually had to go for a drive for 10 minutes. And what I'm referring to is that my wife bought a pre-made Pam's lasagna.
Oh, those are yum.
Well, funnily enough, Keyzie, when she told me that, I actually said to her, "Who do you think I am, Keyzie?"
And she said, "Oh, I wish."
And, you know, I was brought up in a generation, Mogi, as I'm sure you were, where what's put on your plate, you eat it, you know, and you finish it. This was so foul that I was like, after the first mouthful.
What kind of lasagna was it? Like eggplant, heavily eggplant?
No, meaty.
Like a traditional beef
Like
lasagna.
like a beef lasagna.
Picturely, yeah.
You know, that you just shove in the oven there. And
Was it really that bad, though?
it was horrendous, Keyzie.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she enjoy it?
Wow. She's pretty
You
hardcore.
ruined it for her, didn't you?
Yeah, well, the fact that I smashed it against the wall after one bite kind of put her off her dinner a little bit.
Yeah.
So why did you buy...
I mean, compared to what she normally makes, it was good. That's what you were saying.
You were saying off air, you said that.
Pam's is a better cook than your wife.
That's what you were saying off
is
air.
what you were saying.
You were saying, oh, if I could marry Pam...
Jase, Pug Sign, can you come and check Jase's microphone? I think it's broken, man.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's on.
I faded out there.
Oh,
What was that?
It was just saying that you were saying off air that your wife's cooking is nowhere near as good as Pam's. So to your wife's palate, she thought that lasagna you got last night from Pam's was delicious.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird when you said that about all goods. Hey, what's coming up after 6, man?
And what's the long and the short of it? You won't be doing that anymore?
Well, I booked a hotel down the road here.
Good on you,
Yeah,
man.
nice, man.
So I just Uber. Get a bit of Uber Eats.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
What's up after 6, Jase?
I don't know, Keyzie. Look at the bloody program, for God's sake.
Yeah, look at the
Not
program.
my
Keith.
responsibility
We have a
to tell you what
program?
our job is.
Oh, here, hang on. What's on tally with old Mogi?
Oh, now we're cooking.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Stone Temple Pilots here on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Now, fellas, there's something I want to address as a team, if that's okay by you.
Sure.
Your foot on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm just going to support and extend you.
Stop with the hand gestures.
Yeah, I wish people could see the hand gesture there that people made. And I've also, because of course, when I'm talking about the team, I'm talking about Paksan as well.
Hello.
Very, very important member of the Big Show team.
Thank you so much, man.
And there's just something, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, that I've been noticing on the chat of late.
So you don't know if we've noticed you noticing something on the chat?
Well,
I haven't noticed you noticed it.
I've certainly noticed something that's been going on in the chat. And when I say chat, we have a WhatsApp sort of page where we communicate with
chat,
us.
a WhatsApp group.
It's a group chat.
It's like a website that
It's
you can
like
go to.
and we put our ideas in. And I've just started noticing that Paksan, every time Mogi says something or sort of writes an idea down, has like multiple laugh emojis plus kisses at the end of every one of Mike's sort of messages. And that's cool.
Oh, great. That's good.
He
Sweet.
doesn't.
Yeah, awesome.
It's just that
Moving on.
when
Should we do what's for tea?
When Keyzie and I do stuff, we don't get any laugh emojis and or kisses.
Well, hang on, I get laugh emojis.
I also note too that today was a perfect example.
It was a good
that
example.
where Mogi walked in and you went to, and Pugsan said to Mogi, "Is that a new shirt, Mogi?" And he was like, "No, I've had it for ages." And he said, "God, it looks so good on you, man. It looks so good on you." I come in every day dressed to the nines, not a single utterance from Pugsan. Now, I'm not saying Pugsan's playing favourites here. I'm not saying that.
Oh, that's good.
But I just wanted to put it out there and get your thoughts on it.
I'd say you're dressed to the 3 or 4. It's not the 9s.
Oh, right.
Look, Pugs, what he does is he supports and extends people.
He does.
He does that. So
He's
if
sort of
you-
attracted to the person who's most downtrodden.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right then. So you're saying that you do all that stuff for Mogi just to lift his spirits type thing, as opposed to some sort of man-on-man 45-minute lovemaking scene.
Just say yes, Pugs.
Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely.
I did notice today, though, when Mogi put in the group chat, it was like, hey, fellas, I'll be 5 minutes late today, sorry. And then Pug's laugh reacted to that and then said, no worries, XX.
Yeah, kiss.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Eggplant squirty emoji.
Yeah, that was weird.
Usually I reserve I think it sort of kind of bleeds through. I usually put the X's and the emojis in our chat that we have, just Mike and Chris.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you three have a chat.
It's a good one.
It's where we organise all your birthday presents, so you don't want to be in there. And we're in that chat like 365 days a week.
And that's a WhatsApp.com website.
It's a web page.
Group web page.
It's mostly nude photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys doing porn together and stuff.
Come on, man. Not all nude photos of porn. Although it is pretty full-on stuff, though, isn't it?
All
Hey,
right, well,
fellas.
I just wanted to put it on the table. I feel
don't
like
put it on the table.
Yeah. Pugs, can you just compliment Jase's new skivvy that he's wearing, please?
It's not a skivvy, Keyzie.
Weren't you wearing that yesterday?
No, just say it looks nice.
Oh, it's looked nice yesterday as well when you also wore it the second time.
Jesus, talk about pulling teeth.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Faith no more there, but right now it's time for...
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? The Warriors. The Wowos. They are playing the Dolphins this Sunday, 6 o'clock at home, Mount Smart Stadium. Another sold-out game, which is bloody good to see. Make sure if you're going to watch it on telly, you have it on Sky Sport 9. Myself and Di Henwood commentating that game, Mogi.
It's been a pretty exciting week, hasn't it? There's been all sorts of drama with Adam Fanua-Blake being stood down by the club as a result of his poor behaviour in the aftermath of last week's victory, unexpected victory, you'd have to say, over the Penrith Panthers. He didn't want to be involved in the celebrations. He didn't want to sing the team song. He buggered off and went and sat in the bus, apparently. And we've had the boss of the Warriors come out and say today that Adam has owned this incident this week. If there was any more to it, it would have come to a head and his agent would have been here and we would have been discussing certain things about him moving on. But we're here, we're supporting Adam like any other player in the situation. As it stands now, we believe we've taken the best course of action for all parties. So they're acting like nothing's going on. Obviously, he's off to the Sharks next year.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Would you say that this is good? Would you say this is good for the team, Keyzie? Having this kind of a distraction?
I would say no. I'd say the opposite.
I'd say no as well.
Yeah.
So if this was me and I had played a game and they reckon that he was furious about his own performance, he didn't play well, and as a result of him feeling so bad, he went and sat in the bus.
I don't know about that.
If that was me and that was genuinely what happened and then all of this had blown up in the week and then I got stood down and it's a massive distraction for the team, I would not have the boss of the club going out in front of the media. I would not have my agent going out in front of the media like he has. I would be standing up in front of the media at the very next training and saying, I buggered this up, I love this team, I want to make the finals this year, I want to go hard. But instead of that, we're not hearing anything from him whatsoever. So I don't think he's going to be at the club much longer.
I don't know if you guys... I'm picking up sulky vibes. It feels like someone's thrown their baby out with the bathwater and having a bit of a tanty. It feels tanty-ish to me.
Well,
like he's
I don't
gone,
think
actually, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Just leave me alone.
I hate you guys.
Yeah, kind of vibes.
It does give off that. I don't want it to be those vibes because that's the last thing you want is your best player.
And he's so great, and I love him as a player. But I just don't get, like, if it wasn't what people are all now saying it is, why wouldn't you just front the media?
It's going to be
that what you do, Keyzie? You're a man of honour.
I'd front the media, man. What's interesting now is to see who they name at starting prop. Looking at the bench, you've got Tom Ali, Jazz Tavanga, Jacob Laban, Marata Niukore, who's finally back. Niukore can play in the front row.
Yeah.
He could maybe go in there. Jazz could be starting, and that would mean someone, hopefully, Zion Mau'u.
You put him on and he'd be...
It's back
your
off the
bench
reserves.
option.
Yeah.
Incidentally, fellas, by the way, watching that game live the other weekend, how good is Jazz? He's like a little Energizer bunny, isn't he? He just rams into it every bloody time he gets the ball.
Great game.
He's an energy player who can get a bit dicey with the penalties and things.
Sure.
And you get him revved up and you say, just please clean up your act, and then he is brilliant.
His very first play of the game was to challenge his own play of the ball, where he absolutely made a meal of it. Then sent it upstairs, and it was
a shocker.
Because
so good.
The other interesting
I forgot about that.
The other interesting thing about him too was he's not a particularly big unit.
No, he's not.
He's not massive.
He's nuggety.
He's nuggety. He's like a little chicken McNugget.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah,
it's a really good point.
Thanks, man.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.